welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey and I'm here today to do the end of year book tag. This is a tag that was created by Ariel Bassett to be done in the autumn season. It is clearly December. I will be doing this only for the last month of the year just to go over any expectations I have. I have about 20 days until my due date. I can get some reading done, but I needed a quick video so that I could focus on the vlog so that I have something to post just in case something is happening and I didn't feel rushed to read those books. So without further ado, let's get into the questions of this tag. The first of which is, are there any books that you need to finish by the end of this year? For me, I tend to either finish a book right away or DNF it. I don't necessarily put books on pause unless I have the intent to read them in the future, and usually that happens with classics. This year, I haven't read any classics, which should be a goal that I should make for next year. But there is one book that I am on and off reading, and that is Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. I have been rereading the Stormlight Archive with Tammy over at Tammy Tries to Read in order to prepare ourselves for the 5th book in this series to come out in December, so basically in a couple of days. And I'm obviously very behind. So I'm currently at page 300 and I have another 1,000 pages to go. And this is something that my goal is to finish it while on the first 3 weeks of my mat leave. According to Audible, at 3.5 speed, which is what I listen to books at, okay? Please don't judge me. Please don't act like I'm summoning demons, okay? Especially a reread, I can listen to it very fast. But anyways, I have about 11-ish hours. If I listen to 1 hour for 11 days, I will be able to finish this book. And I think that that is a pretty attainable goal and one that I really want to get to. So if you don't know what The Way of Kings is about, neither do I. It's so complicated to explain, but basically The Way of Kings is a high fantasy novel that follows 3 main-ish characters, Kaladin, Shallan, and Dalinar, and they are navigating this war that has been going on since the king was assassinated, so Dalinar's brother, and each of them have individual roles to play that have something to do with the war that is happening, something to do with the assassination of the king. But due to the fact that each book is over 1,000 pages, there's so much more to this story, and I am having a really great time rereading this, but it's definitely one of the slower books in the Stormlight Archive so far, which is why I think it's taken me a lot longer to just sit down and really focus on it. So definitely one of my goals to finish this in 11 days. The next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? No. But I do have a winter book that I think would be fun to get to before the end of the year, and it is one of my goals to get to this book before the end of the year, and that is Krampus the Yule Lord, and this is by Bram. I've never read from Bram before, but I know that he has really spooky type of retellings and his artwork is really spooky, and I am obsessed with the lore of Krampus. So my dad's side of the family comes from Czechoslovakia, so the idea of Krampus as a Christmas figure is fascinating to me.
Also, Krampus has been really big on TikTok right now. She's having her moment. I don't know if it's because I'm personally obsessed with Krampus and the algorithm knows that. It's a possibility. But look at this. This is the vibe that I want and expect from this book.
So this book follows a struggling songwriter named Jesse who witnesses a strange spectacle of 7 evil little men chasing a man in a red suit. And as the man in the red suit tries to take off with the reindeer, screams occur, something falls from the sky, and Jesse is thrusted into the arms of the Yule Lord, Krampus. And that's all I really want to know about this one, just because like I said, I'm fascinated with the lore of Krampus. I really just enjoy anything about Krampus, so I do think I'm going to enjoy this regardless, and I'm very excited to pick up something by Bram because a lot of people really enjoy him, and so I think that I could possibly do as well. And what a way to end the year with a Christmas horror. The next question is there a new release that you are still waiting for? And for me, very obviously it is Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson. Like I mentioned before, this is the 5th book in the Stormlight Archive, and I'm definitely eagerly anticipating it. It has been a long time coming, definitely one that I know I won't get to by the end of the year because I still have Rhythm of War to read as well before this one comes out, but I'm still really anticipating it. I'm so excited to get to it because I am just a Brandy Sandy fan at my core, and I need to consume everything that he has ever written. The next question is, what are 3 books you need to read before the end of the year? And this gets into my upcoming vlog idea. So before the end of the year, I wanted to read through the last 4 categories that I was missing in Books and Lala's Buzzword Readathon. If you don't know, the Buzzwordathon was created by Books and Lala to pick up books on our TBRs that have a certain theme in the title or even a word in the title. It originally started with a word. And by the beginning of November, I was missing September, October, November, and December. So I did just finish September's Buzzwordathon, which I won't get into because you'll see that in the vlog. I am currently in the middle of October's buzzword, which was relationships. And this is Of Woman Born, Motherhood as Experience and Institution by Adrienne Rich. This is exactly as the subtitle implies. We are looking at motherhood in regards to the experiences within the patriarchy, motherhood in regard to the way it is represented in society, and then obviously motherhood in regards to its possible matriarchal implications as well. I'm about halfway through, really enjoying it, so you can expect that book in the vlog. Then November's buzzword was the word only. So for that, I'm going to be reading an ebook that I have called Only When It's Us by Chloe Leese. I really enjoyed the one book I've read from Chloe Leese. So I'm really looking forward to continuing on in this romance journey with her as an author. And this one seems to be about a spunky little soccer star and a guy from one of her university classes who finds her to be a little off-putting and brash. And I love that because I feel like they're both going to be grumpy. And I need that in my life. And the next book is a hockey romance as well. So I just think Chloe Leese is really going to shine with this one. And I'm just really excited to read this just based on the experience I've had with her in the past. And then the last book, I already talked about it, and that's Krampus, because the buzzword for December is like holiday themed. I was using Krampus as a holiday word because he only really comes out, it's like saying Santa Claus, but Yule could also count there if anybody's going to be picky about it. The next question is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favorite before the end of the year? I hope so. I hope that any of the books that I do pick up from here on out could be potentially a 5-star. I would love if any of the books that I've already mentioned here become a 5 stars. That would be fantastic. I would love to end the year on such a good note. There's also a couple of like comics and graphic novels that I could get to by the end of the year that could possibly be 5 stars. So really the world is just my oyster. And because I'm getting towards the end of my pregnancy, I've been very emotional. So things could be hitting in ways that I least expected. So I'm open to it. And then the last question is, have you already started making plans for 2025? So I have like vague ideas. Again, I'm giving birth at the end of December. So 2025 is really up in the air for me. January will be my first month of motherhood. So I'm really trying to see how I will be able to balance this booktube channel, which is something I love to do as a hobby. And then obviously caring, nurturing, raising a child. January not only will be the first month of motherhood, but it is also my birthday month. And I really just want to like listen to audiobooks and vibe. I want things to be really easy and I want to read things that I will enjoy. I don't want any challenges. I don't want any like vlog challenges either. So I think what I'm going to try out in January is just like casually weekly vlog, which I end up doing in December anyways when I'm like caught up on all my videos. And more than anything, I just really want to listen to my most anticipated books on my TBR. So that would be like focusing on Brandon Sanderson, reading some nonfictions I want to read, getting to some other fantasies that I would be interested in getting into, like stuff like that. I'm really thinking that that might be the vibe for the start of 2025. For the rest of 2025, we're going to see how it goes. I have a lot of video ideas. I have a lot of vlog ideas. So it's really just up in the air of how I'm feeling and how I'm handling postpartum and motherhood. And that was the last question. I will leave all the questions if you would like to answer them down below in the comments. I would love to read all of your answers, so if you want to leave them here, please and thank you. But that's it for this video. If you would like to follow me on any of my other social medias, I do leave a link down below to my Twitter, Goodreads, and Instagram if you would like to follow me there. And of course, because it is the end of the video, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. It does wonders for my channel, makes me feel really good. And that's it. I never know how to end these things, so I will see you next time, hopefully before I give birth. Okay, bye!